Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to my kitchen for another video. My name is Derek from Simnett Nutrition and I'm super excited to share this recipe with you today. So I'm sure that you saw from the title, today we're going to be making vegan haggis. And this is a little bit of an unusual recipe for me because this isn't, part of my culture or heritage or anything like that. But I'll give you a backstory on where this recipe came from and why we're making it here today. So a few months ago, Crystal and I, we visited Scotland and man, what a beautiful city that was. And when we were walking around, we kept on seeing signs for haggis everywhere. And as you guys know, that's a traditional dish in Scotland and it is a very non-vegan dish. So they cook it with like a bunch of like animal organs that's been minced up with some other things, and then they actually like cook it inside of a sheep's stomach. So definitely not on the menu for me, but we did come across a place that said they served vegan haggis. So I was obviously curious to try this out. So we went inside and I ordered it, and when it came, it didn't look all that scary or anything like that, and once I got into it, it was actually really delicious, and it tasted just like something that I would make at home. However, I couldn't exactly figure out, exactly what they did, so I started asking the server a bunch of questions about like how it's made and how it's prepared and the ingredients that are in it and stuff, and finally he's like, hold on, I'll be right back, and he comes back to the table with this. And this is a bunch of recipes from the restaurant we were at. So we were at a place called Henderson's, and they're quite well known there in Scotland. So yeah, he gave us the exact recipe. So that is what we're gonna be making today. I made a few changes to it, obviously taking out some of the oil that they were cooking with, and I've added a couple things to make it more delicious. But yes, I made it the other day and it's really delicious. So I'm excited to share with you guys. I hope you really like it. Let's get started. Oh yeah, and I will put the recipe in the description box down below as I usually do to make it easy for you guys, but at least watch the video. It's not the quickest meal to make. It doesn't take a really long time, but it does take some time sort of like shuffling around the kitchen and stirring things and that sort of thing. So you want to make a lot of this at once, and then you'll have it for a few days. So it's a really good thing to meal prep. All right, so the first thing you're gonna wanna do is to soak ½ cup of dried lentils. So the recipe actually calls for brown lentils, but we couldn't find any anywhere, and all we could find was the green lentils that we have here, so that's what we're using, and it worked out just fine. So soak ½ cup of dry lentils, and also ½ cup of steel cut oats. You wanna soak those in a bunch of water for around 3 hours or more. So the next thing you're gonna wanna do is to preheat a frying pan and saute some garlic and onions in the spices that we're gonna be using. So we're gonna use about ½ an onion chopped. It's a strong onion, man. Oh my God, I can't even open my eyes. And then also 2 cloves of garlic. So get those cut up into the frying pan and then add the spices. The spices that we're gonna be using is 1 teaspoon of garam masala, a pinch of sea salt, a tablespoon of tamari, and 1 teaspoon of black pepper. So you can see there I used a little splash of veggie broth to help cook the garlic and onions, and it also helps to prevent them from sticking to the bottom of the pan. So you want to cook these until they're soft. So the next thing we're going to want to do is to add the lentils that we've been soaking. We also want to add some carrots at the same time. So I've got to chop these up quickly. So you just want to cook this until the lentils and the carrots are soft. So it takes about 5 to 10 minutes to do that. And you can add a little bit more veggie stock as you go here, just a few splashes here and there just to help, keep everything cooking. So while you're waiting for the carrots to soften and the lentils to cook, you can chop up some mushrooms. We're going to be adding these to the frying pan along with some raisins. So this is an addition from me because I like to sweeten things up a little bit. I got a bit of a sweet tooth, so we're going to be adding this and the mushrooms next. And then just another splash of veggie broth. Quick stir. And then pop the lid back on. So the next thing we're going to be adding are some red kidney beans. So we're just using a can of kidney beans here, so it's just over a cup, and we just rinsed and drained them, and now we're gonna chop them up. So I'm just gonna add some additional black pepper to the kidney beans here. So it did say in the instructions that you can add black pepper throughout the cooking process to make it tastier, so that's what we're doing. So once you get the kidney beans mixed in there nicely and everything looks like it's cooking pretty well, you can go ahead and add the soaked steel cut oats. All right, so now that the oats are in there and mixed in nicely, we're just gonna put the lid on and let that simmer for another 5-10 minutes or so. All right, so just while we're waiting for that to finish, I'm gonna make the second part of this recipe, and it says Henderson's vegetarian haggis with Clapshot. And Crystal and I, we didn't know what Clapshot was. We'd never heard of it before. Crystal thought it sounded like a STD or something. But it turns out it's actually just potatoes and turnip that have been boiled and mashed. And then here it calls for a knob of butter and seasoned to taste. So yeah, we're obviously not gonna add butter, but I've already steamed the turnips and the potatoes, so I'm gonna go ahead and get those into a bowl. Oops. Put that in there. All right, so now that it's all mashed up nicely, I'm definitely gonna add some seasoning. So I'm gonna start with the twin pillars of my cooking here. Some garlic powder and onion powder. Black pepper. Some nutritional yeast. A bit of non-dairy milk. So I'm just gonna be using soy milk for this. Unsweetened, unflavored. And then a pinch of salt. All right, so let's try this Clapshot out and see how it tastes. I've never had this before, so I don't know what it's supposed to taste like, but I can imagine. Yeah, it's good. Pretty good. Probably needs a bit more salt, but it's good. Bless you. All right, so this is all done, and it looks okay. It smells really good, though. It smells really nice. So I'm just gonna plate it up, and then we'll taste it. All right, so I got it all plated up and it's looking pretty good, if I do say so myself. I added some pea shoots on top of the haggis here to make it look a little extra fancy. A nice colorful salad there as well. And then we've got the Clapshot. I just added some chopped green onion on top of that. And yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. So one thing here to do is to try it out. So one thing I think this dish could probably use is a bit of vegan gravy or some type of sauce of some sort. So I didn't make any with this video, unfortunately. I just wanted to keep it simple and show you guys this vegan haggis recipe. But I'm sure that I have some sauces from my past videos that'll go well in here, or if you can find some sort of vegan gravy, it would be amazing on top of this. So let's try it out and see how it is. Pea shoots out of here. Will he burn himself today? Wow. That's good. Like, that is really good. Holy, I am a fan. Actually, you know what? It almost doesn't need any gravy. It definitely needs a little salad dressing, but I don't think the haggis needs gravy. When you get one of the raisins in there, this adds a bit of sweetness to the bite. It's so good. The spices are actually really, really nice in here. Just looking at the seasoning and stuff that's going into this dish, you don't think it's gonna be like very tasty or very exciting, but man, let me tell you, the finished product is really amazing. I'm gonna have it with a bit of Clapshot here. Some haggis and Clapshot. Never thought I'd see the day. Oh yeah, those two are buddies. I like that. All right, so I think that's probably it for this video. Thank you guys for watching it, and big shout out to Henderson's for not only having an amazing vegan restaurant, actually 2 amazing vegan restaurants in Scotland, but also, you know, providing us with the recipes as well. So there's a ton more in here. I wonder if I should do some more recipes from this book. So as I mentioned before, I will put the recipe in the description box down below. It'll be the recipe that I made here today so you guys can follow it along. Because the one that's in this book, it has like margarine and a bunch of oil and stuff like that in it. It doesn't have the raisins. So I made a few additions to make it more Simnett nutrition approved, I guess you could say. So I like this recipe so much that I think I'm gonna put it in the second recipe ebook that we're currently making right now. But I'm gonna make a few more changes to it to make it even better. But yeah, I think this is gonna be a really good recipe. I think you guys are gonna like it. You'll have to let me know in the comment section down below. And if you make it and you post on Instagram, definitely tag me at Simnett Nutrition. I love seeing what you guys make. So thank you again for watching this video all the way to the end. I do appreciate it. Definitely like it if you liked the video or if you learned something, if you think you're gonna use this recipe. Subscribe to me so you can see more, and I will see you guys soon with another video. Bye. Stuffed aubergine with wild mushroom sauce. What's aubergine again? Eggplant here in North America. Nut loaf with oriental sauce. Allowed to say oriental still? Broccoli with mustard and tomato sauces. What is this? Moussaka. Yeah, I don't know, might be a good one to make too. So you can see I used a little bit of veggie broth. Okay, let me try. I hate getting the giggles when I'm doing this. So you can see, okay, well I have to record this line. It sounds like freaking someone's making Pinocchio back there. Goddamn Geppetto's workshop or something.
Sounds like someone's making Pinocchio. You can do it, it's burning, babe, it's burning.
Okay. Like, why is the onion? Okay. Oh, see, this is it. This is the problem. Get this out of here. Frig, that's why I can't open my damn eyes.